Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, this is just a quick message about, I think his name is Melly. I don't want to mess up nobody's name. God has really been showing me stuff about Melly. Um, I don't want to, I'm like, I'm older. And, it's me. Sorry. I'm trying to look up his name as I'm talking to you guys. But his, this thing just want to stay on. Oh, go off. There we go. I think his name is, I don't want to say, I just want to say his government because okay, YNW Melly. I know he's been coming up in the news lately, but God has really been showing me stuff about his real name is Jamel Maurice Demons. Ooh. Ooh, I'm looking at his picture. God is really showing me has really been giving me stuff to say, and we really need to pray for this young man. A lot of people don't understand or are too blind. I'm sorry, I'm typing in. I want to know his last name is Demons. So, ooh, even his last name. Okay, his last name is Demons, and it means denotes a spirit or divine power, much like Latin genius or numen. It is likely from the Greek to divide or conquer. I don't know how to say that Greek word, so we're not going to even chop that up real quick. But that's basically what his name. I'm into looking up names because they put stuff in our face right in plain sight. It means to divide or conquer. I mean to divide or distribute. So it means to divide or distribute. It says a spirit or divine power, much like a Latin genius. So that's what his last name means. Roaring and destruction. Ooh, okay. We have to be careful what we name our kids. But most likely, God is really working in this man's life. You may not see it because he does have I think he said he has DID, multiple personalities, and he really do. And it's not even multiple personalities, he's demon possessed. That's just what it is. Even his last name is Demons. And I don't think nobody really speak on this man, and they say, oh, how much he love his mama, or how much. Yeah, Jamel love his mama, but the demon that's in him don't love nobody. And a lot of times we get the reason why a lot of people don't recognize it as demons, because demons really stop like manifesting with all this ugliness and just drooling, and they just start protecting the body. They got like smarter. They start to evolve and protecting the body they're in. The person that if I make this person feel protected, then they're gonna think that this is who they are, and they don't know to cast me out. They don't know to say, get thee behind me. Say they don't know to go take a spiritual bath and to wash that stuff off me. But no, it'll manifest like this in a person. He blatantly tells you what's wrong with him. And yes, in psychology, it's DID, is multiple personalities, but this person is harming people. It's not just to defend himself. He's harming people. And I'm not the judge. I'm not saying he killed anybody or stuff like that. I'm just saying it's in his music, and it don't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. And who knows what his friends did to him or said to him, but a person that is not demon possessed gonna know, okay, they tripping, let me just move away from them, let me break off the friendship. But somebody that's demon possessed, okay, they want conflict. That demon want conflict. That demon want stuff like this because his last name means demons. He's trying to show his genius. And if he get out of this case, this demon is going to say how it's just like a slap in everybody's face, how much of a genius he is. He wants God's glory. I'm not saying the person, Jamel. I'm not talking about Melly, the person. I'm talking about Melvin, the one that he calls him Melvin, the demon that he calls Melvin, that he know is like another personality within himself. That's what I'm talking about. That's a demon. That's a demon manifesting in a person. That is in plain sight. The demon is in plain sight. And this man needs to be delivered. I deliver people in the spiritual realm every day, and I don't ever have to touch them. I don't have to touch them with my hands. A lot of people think you have to lay hands and do all that. No, it's okay to do all that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mimicking. I'm not saying your gifts is relevant, but a lot of times we have so many other gifts that we don't even recognize because we're so low in knowledge. You don't actually have to all the time say, "I rebuke you, demon," out your mouth. You don't have to do it out your mouth all the time. This man needs to be saved, needs to be delivered. He really does. He needs to be delivered so he can be made whole. A lot of times, stuff happened to these children's, these people's, as a child, stuff happened in their childhood that traumatized them and makes a doorway for a demon to come in. Or people being certain. I'm not saying Jamel Melly is in anything. I'm not saying he's in an occult. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the childhood, you don't know what happened in this person's childhood unless it is revealed to you, unless he tell his testimony. And sometimes, a lot of times, the demon will keep the molestation or the rape from the victim just so they can keep living in the body so that the person can think that's just who they just got two personalities. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Melly needs to be delivered. He's demon possessed. Even his last name is Demons. And everybody always praising this man. It's okay. A lot of people see Melly. It's okay. Melly is good. But Melly needs to know that he's dealing with a demon. More like because his name comes up when you look up demons and the name meaning, it comes up with Azrael, the snake demon, the Leviathan. Do anybody know what the Leviathan is? How it is a marriage contract in the mind that some witch or somebody created to hold that person or to keep that person captive to get them to do what they want them to do. Is just another control mechanism that a high level spiritualist or witch or whatever does. And they're not of the light. They're not. Let's be honest. They're not benevolent. They're malevolent, and they're doing these things because maybe somebody hurt them and they don't know how to heal. It's a lot. This is the same concept of hurt people, but on a higher magnitude, on a higher level. And I'm not saying somebody hurt is diminished. I'm just saying the different levels of the mind. That's what I'm saying. It's not just, okay, a man and a woman getting into a fight. He called her out her name. She called him out his name. Or they fist fighting. I'm talking about this. These are actually getting into killing people. To actually try to beat the demon, trying to beat the justice system and try to outsmart the justice system. This is that's what I mean. I'm just going to break it down because I don't want people, I know I say things sometimes and it could go both ways. So I'm just trying to clarify that. And this man just needs to be delivered. When he's delivered, you wouldn't see him in court smiling. He'll be sad that his friends are gone. He'll be crying because the real Melly love his friends. The real Melly didn't have a problem with his friends. And the problem that he had with them wasn't where he knows it's not worth killing him because anybody in their right healed mind don't do stuff like that. I'm just saying. I'm just calling a spade a spade. And I'm not making this for clout. This is what God has been dealing with me with about this young man. He needs to be delivered. His mama probably need to be delivered too. I'm not saying I don't know everything. I'm not saying that she's demon possessed, but I had to get delivered from a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have to get delivered just from ignorance alone. it's a lot of deliverance that have to happen in order for me to get in this place to even speak on these topics. I had to overcome a lot of societal standpoints and viewpoints, and really get down to the root of things, and build up my confidence, and do a lot of different things to be on here to give you the word of God. We all have our crosses to bear. That's all I'm simply saying. And I've been praying for her. I don't know if Melvin wants me to pray for him, so I just honestly want the best for them. Let me put it that way. Because some people you pray for, they don't want to be prayed for. Some people like being demon possessed, and they really belong to Satan. So I'm not gonna mess with Satan's people, because that's their choice. If that's their free will. But if Melly is calling out and saying that he wants to be free, that's the correct owner of that body, of that particular body that was born. Melly. His name is Jamal. His name is Jamel. Jamel is the one that owns that body, that owns that soul. So if Jamel say, hey, I want to be delivered, all he have to do is ask God to be delivered, and the demon will go. He might not go willingly, but he will go by force. And if he asks for prayer, we in the spirit realm, that's one thing that you're going to know regardless. In the spiritual realm, you're going to know regardless of who doing what. It don't matter how they doing or whatever. God will reveal to you what people are doing. Sometimes it takes time, because God wants you to show you lessons and let you learn how capable of these demons are, and how these people operate, how they move. And it seemed like God, I thought I'll be stuck in a season, like my last season. I was in this season for like 4 or 5 years trying to get out that cycle. Somebody had created a marriage contract in the spirit. They wanted to stay married to me so they could suck all my gifts, so they could suck all my divine power out of me. Now, don't get me wrong, I wasn't demon possessed, but people had energetic cords that I had to cut, because they knew who I was before I knew who I was. They knew from the day I was born, it's demons that is spiritualist people. When I say spiritualists can be good or bad. It's people who have negative intentions that knows the spiritual realm, and they will go look in your birth chart. They will go see what you come here to do. They know how to go get this information, and they will sift you out. Even as a child, they will sift you out to kill you, or to take from you whatever their intent that the devil wants for you. They will sort you out. They will sift you out like. So you have to understand, when we're dealing with the spiritual realm and with people who has been mentally ill, and it's on purpose. That's why when the Bible is talking about Satan and talk about the Most High God, because he's letting you know Satan and the Most High God is within yourself. Don't get me wrong. Anything that's within you is outside of you. So if I believe God outside myself, then I know somebody outside me can come help me. It'll be my helpmate. I can get all these different aspects of God. But if I'm in a demonic lower state, only I can attract is demons. If I'm in a lower state, if I'm mentally ill, I cannot ascend higher, because I cannot see clearly. That's why people in the Bible, God said, be whole. They think God means to be holy. It said to be holy, but the way it was translated is they think to be sanctified. No, it's to be whole in your mind. It's to be whole in your body, in your spirit, to be owner of your body, of your spirit. That's why a lot of times when a lot of people I went to a Christian church. I grew up Christian. That's why they will sit and tarry with you, so that you can have this divine meeting with your higher self, so you can have the protection that you need in this lifetime. Even if you don't never really catch hold of, just being in that presence, that connection is there. They made that connection for you. It's up to you to go find your higher self. It's up to you to answer the call. Because we all come here for something. We all agree to come here for a purpose, a divine purpose. And most of the time, divine purpose is very high vibrational. And a lot of people just stay in their low vibrations. They just stay in flesh. They don't never not be of this world. They always of this world. And that's why they can't. Why this person can do it, and that's why they get jealous, because you're worrying about why they can do it instead of asking, my brother, my sister, how can I get where you get? How can I do what you do? How can I be better? And they just get jealous. So I don't want this to be another long video. My last video was long, and I'm sorry about the quality of my last video. I did it on my Chromebook, and it does not have the best speaker quality, so apologies about that. You guys, if you want to hear more of this more of this content, more of this content, if you want to hear more about what God shows me about different celebrities, it could be regular people, about different stuff that's manifested in the spiritual realm. It's mostly going to be celebrities, because a lot of stuff manifests through celebrities to get to the everyday common people so they can remain slaves. Okay, let's just put that out there. So if you want to hear more content like this, like, share, subscribe, leave your feedback. Please let it be positive and factual, something that we can expound on together, so that we can, come together in the spirit realm and agree, and so that we can make this world a better place. Because if Melly is trying to get delivered, you know what I mean? If he trying to, if he recognizes that it's a demon in him and he's trying to get delivered, we need to touch and agree on that, because my brother, God can beat that court case for him, because literally he's mentally insane, but as long as the devil is in him, you know what I mean? I just feel so bad for a lot of our black men, because a lot of people are like, well, y'all not in slavery no more, but a lot of this stuff that's being done through the black men and the black woman came from slavery. And it was like, oh, we're not in that time no more, but we're still having the side effects of that. We're still coming from the side effects, so that everybody developed slowly. And then when it's the least one of us that's still in that mindset, it affects the greater good of all of us. It affects all of us. And I cannot, even if Melly was white, you get what I'm saying? And if God told me to speak on him, and that needs to be, I would. I don't see race as just because of this and that. No, that's what the devil wants. Because some white people got a lot of melatonin in them, and they're not really white. Their skin look white, but you feel me? But you don't know this. A lot of people don't know this. They just look at physical features and just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And that's another psychological trick that the devil used to divide us, is racism. Racism is a mental illness. It's demonic. It's a mental illness. It's somebody that needs to be delivered. You guys, that being said, I'm out. I hope this helps someone. Peace.